right, so what's going on, guys? It is Tuesday, August 2nd, and we are going to live trade some futures like we do every day, Monday through Friday. I'm gonna just turn this music down. Maybe it sounds good on your side. I don't know. Let me know if the music sounds alright. It's a little loud on my side. Alright. Anywho, we are going to be trading the ES today. Let's go ahead and pull this out here and just take a look. Already hitting some lows, definitely some choppiness. Definitely got some choppiness going on. And we're just kind of bouncing off of the volume weighted average price there. So this looks decent for a long. We got 2 ticks available on this one, and we're in, and we're out. We're up $75 on the day on the very first trade. Hooray! That's awesome. Good to know. All right. So, how's everyone doing out there? It's still early. Sure, it's gonna take a minute for people to kind of show up, but yeah. All right. So we're getting this bounce off of this the volume weighted average price here. But if we actually pull out and look at this, so now we're up 125 on the day. If we pull out and look at this, we've actually had since about the open or so, or around 6 a.m. my time. Excuse me. Been running into resistance right here, right in this spot, in this zone, and I'll throw one right there. This does look pretty strong though. This does look like it could break out of the shop, especially after coming down and dropping below this 200 and just popping right back up. Kind of a tight spread today, I guess, if you will. Not spread's not the right word, but kind of tight movement today. And we're up 175, so we're not doing bad. But it really struggled to break out of this area, so it's just like straight down right below the view out, bouncing off the 200, and coming right back up, and then dipping below the 200 a couple of times, and rejecting the view out, coming up, break through, and then bouncing off of it again. So today looks like it's just going to be a day to go slow, and just take our time and not take too big of swings. But I think there's definitely a lot of scalping opportunity. Obviously, you see me make $175 in 2 minutes, 3 minutes or so. So this is all paper money at the moment. So we're working on getting funding through a prop trading firm. But at the moment, this is all paper money. So, and I just like making that clear because I think it's really important for everyone out there to know what's what. I just want to be as transparent as I possibly can be. So, checking a message here real fast. All right, just jump back in. Okay, we're getting a pullback to the volume weighted average price. Again, we did hit resistance in that same area that we marked out. That's the same area that we got resistance earlier on in the beginning of the day, right around the market open. I think today is a great day to go slow. We are in bullish territory, though, not just being above the view out, but we've got the 9 above the 12, the 35 above the 26, which is always good, and the 50 above the 200, which is also, in that bullish territory as well. We're getting kind of a flag on this one, and a couple of bounces off the 9 You can see we got a bounce here and a bounce here. So an entry point around the 9 is not bad. Got an entry right off that support level on a long. Although it may look like I might regret it. We are getting this pullback here. It's a bit more aggressive than I want to see. Time. Oh, wow! Went against this pretty hard on that one. Oh, we're out. Gave back all of our profits, and we're down $100 a day. Look at that. As I said, got to hang back today. And just be very cautious. Might be going for some 1-tick moves. Now down 50. Down 25. Our other one we didn't have to cut. We would have sold, but we cut it for safety. All right, back to flat on the day. Easy come, easy go, as they say. So, how's everyone doing today? It's been kind of slow growth here, but that's okay. Slow is better than no. But we're still having fun trading and everything, and we've already seen a couple of people get some value out of this, to where a couple people have already started their own evaluations, and they're looking to get funded as well. So I think that's one thing that is really beneficial, in my opinion, about this stream. It gives me an opportunity to sort of share what I've acquired in knowledge and experience over these last few years trading. Another little pullback. It's so choppy today. Like I said, go slow. Take your time. When it's choppy like this and there's no obvious trend, no obvious direction, you really want to take it slow. Take it easy. Don't overtrade. Don't be over aggressive. Obviously, you saw me overtrade right here in this zone, and that gave back all of our profits. So we worked our way back up a little bit to have some more profit. And now we're up 125. And basically, what I'm doing here, if you are curious about the strategy, you saw this wick all the way down here, and basically all I'm doing is on the way back up, I'm hitting the buy button. Like essentially, I'm just watching the momentum of that candle. So if that candle's momentum is upward, I just hit the buy button, and I take small little gains off of it. I'm taking like 1 or 2 ticks. For those who don't know, a tick is basically it's one little price movement. So on the ES, it's 25 cents in either direction. That's the tick value of it. But you get paid $12.50 per contract as for every quarter that it moves. So if it moves 50 cents, you make 25 bucks. If you have 2 contracts and it moves 50 cents, you make 50 bucks. So it's pretty worth it in that regard. This does still look very bullish to me. Okay, we're right on that. We're up 275 on the day. Up 325 now. And we've been pretty consistently doing over 700 in a day. We've actually been getting closer to like $1,000. Look at that rip. I kind of missed out on that whole move. Pulled 50 bucks out of that move. 1, 2, 3. And we're out. Lost 200 on that one. So made $50 on that move up. Lost 200 on that way down. We're still up 175 on the day. It's difficult to be cautious. A lot of the time, like, it's easy to be skittish, I should say. It's difficult to be cautious, especially when you're getting these huge wicks. These are really big wicks in either direction. It's not really normally what I see on the ES. Usually on the ES, I'm seeing more like this, where it's like you can see this very obvious downward trend. And if you look, I mean, these wicks are pretty small. They're not huge at all. And that's normally what I'm used to seeing. So this is kind of weird, this movement. But then again, I haven't been trading the ES very long. So it's I'm still learning it. I feel pretty high on that one. I started coming back up. You can see how many times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's attempted to break through this resistance level, and it's got rejected every time. I hope I don't have to cut this. I really kind of entered in the top of this wick, which is not like a great entry point, but we got out of it with profit. Okay, so we did break through. I would say this is close to breakthrough because this is coming back down, and I think this is going to act as support now. So took a long there, and we're out, up 275 on the day. Another long. And we're out, up 325 on the day. Another long. This is a profitable candle right here. So in that 1 minute, we made $150, and it just kept going. Up 425 now. Now we're getting real bullish movement. We broke out of this resistance zone. I think that we're going to see really big moves now. Going to take a swing. Just need to make sure my entry is right. My entry sucks. We got this other previous resistance level that we put up here from a couple days ago. One thing that's really cool about trading futures is that you can kind of do your technical analysis almost once, and then it kind of just continues to live on your chart, and it's just there. So it's kind of nice. I took that swing, and I really was hoping to see one more candle, one more rip. We're sitting down pretty heavy in this trade, but it is coming back, so I haven't cut it. Okay, gotta pop up. I was honestly looking for more of a pop. I might just throw this at like. Okay, we made our $50. I'm willing to bet that it would have hit our 5 ticks that we were attempting to make. And honestly, like I said, my entry sucked on that. I should have got in more like this mid wick here. Kind of like that. There we go. We got our 5 ticks on that one. So we're up $600 on the day. Not a bad day. I definitely would like to see, I think I would just like to see, myself getting better. I want to start hitting over a K a day using this strategy. I've been taking this strategy to the evaluation. It's a little bit more challenging because there are fees involved. So what is worth 25 is actually worth like 16.28. So you pay about $8.72 in fees for 2 contracts. So divided by 2 is $4.36 per contract. All right, getting a pullback here. I'd be looking for a pullback to this resistance level, or rather support, or possibly a bounce off the 9. But this is a pretty heavy pullback. And I know this is actually kind of a heavy pullback right here too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see shorts covering, because I think a lot of times when this happens, these are shorts kind of pushing that price down. And there you go. That's kind of what that short covering would look like. Mark's been really kind of slow this week. I guess that's probably, just because we're near a recession and all that other good stuff. I say good stuff because I honestly think that recessions aren't bad. I think that the ideology that recessions are bad is a flawed way of thinking. I think that, and the reason why I feel that, and the reason why that's such a blunt statement to say that it's a flawed way of thinking, I think it's just because, you can't. I think that the idea that expectation that prices can just continue to go up forever is a fallacy. And I think that the thought process behind that, I get that people want to make money on their investments. I get that. I get that, the unrealized P&L dropping down scares people. I also get that, I understand, but at the same time, pullbacks are good. Pullbacks are great for the economy. They're great for stocks. They're great for indexes. Hey, what's up? I'm Shot. Good morning, my friend. Good morning. And so, I just think that I think that recessions are good things. I know that one of the most profitable times in my life was the 2008 recession. It was my very first business, and we made money being an affiliate for an internet company, an internet service provider. And as we did, we offered lower prices than everyone else. So it provided this hole in the market. It provided this niche that people really wanted to fill. And I just think that to be profitable in a recession, you really just need to think creatively, and that's kind of it. But I came from a really sort of poverty stricken background, so it ain't like we had much or anything, and so I kind of came from the ideology that you need to work with what you got and make things work. And I think that a lot of the people who run the world don't really know how to react in that situation, I should say. I think that's one reason why people trip out so much about recessions. But I think they're good. I think they're good for prices. I think they're good for affordability. I think they're good for low income people to be able to get out of whatever their situation is and move forward from that. So that's what I personally think about recessions. Now, obviously, there's things like job loss and other things like that might happen. But, if you're scrappy, that stuff doesn't even matter. Because there's always money to be made in every pocket of the internet, whether that's Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, or if not some classified type service like that. There's also things like trading, although if you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't recommend just jumping right in. But there's also, there's everything online businesses, YouTube channels, TikToks, other social media platforms. So it's kind of endless. Hey, what's up, guys? We got a couple viewers here. Y'all hit that like button, man. That really, really helps me out. Helps out the algorithm. It just helps everything grow. It helps YouTube feature us. And it just makes the whole channel more engaging, more fun, and just, it's just better all the way around. But yeah, so take a moment, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and ring the bell, the notification bell. I'm so excited. We if you notice, there's no more keyboard in the background. Cleared out a bunch of this area here, so we can actually start building our background, which I'm pretty pumped about. Because honestly, like, the white wall thing just ain't working for me. So we're sitting up 925 on the day. Okay, so this is the exact number that we hit yesterday before having our account completely flip around and completely go against us, and drop down, before then turning it back around and working our way back up to $400 in profit yesterday. So it looks like we're in a little bit different zone than we were yesterday. And I say that because we're not too far extended off of the volume weighted average price. We're a little bit extended, but you can see we've had one and then consolidation. And I would consider this to be one move because you had this one move here, and then you had this period of consolidation for like 10 minutes. So then another rip, and it's kind of moving up at a reasonable pace. Now, I would expect this to fall over probably at this resistance level up here that we drew the other day, so like 41.25 area. But I still think we got room to run up there. Now, Abishad, I'm curious, man. Are you also trading futures? I'm just want to know. I think I might have asked you the other day. Just curious, though. And if you are you going through a prop firm? Look at that. We're getting that rip up. Up 975 on the day. The reason why we're taking these kind of like smaller scalps is simply because, wow, look at that move. I wanted to get in earlier on that. I got in way too late. Yeah, I think I got to cut that. Took a bigger loss on that than I even wanted to. I guess I should have held that. I was worried it was just gonna like have that rip and then reject, and pull back down. I guess I could have got that. Took an unnecessary loss on that one. All I was trying to do was bump it up to 2 ticks. All right, we're up at $1,000 now. Hitting a K on the day. Come on. All right, 1050. So, wow. So we're 20, how many minutes? 24 minutes into the stream, and we're up just over $1,000. We're up 1050 on 84 positions. So that's 84. We take 2 contracts each. Is 42 trades. So 1050 divided by 42. So that is roughly $25 per trade in profit. I don't think we did take a couple losses, actually. I was going to say I don't think we took any losses, but we did. Y'all think we can get 1,500 a day? Come on. I'll flat that. $200 loss on that one. Still up 850 today. Our biggest day that we've recorded was, I think, $1,850. Um, I guess like my goal with this would really be to get close to like $1,500 a day in profit. But I think like I might cap it at like 750 as my main target. And if I go past that, I go past that. Obviously, like I'm not gonna stop. But essentially, like if I hit that, I think I'm happy on the day. Getting a nice size pullback here. I'm gonna take a quick short. Got a short out of that. Still looking kind of bullish. You traded stocks today? Right on. 1,500 would be great. Yeah. I think we could hit it. I mean, we've hit 1,850 before on this live stream. That was our max. That was our highest one. But I realized that like occasionally, once I hit around $1,000 or so, I start to like, I don't know if I get in my head maybe, but sometimes I turn it around, like in a bad way. So I wonder if I do get in my head. Taking a quick long there, got that 950. It's funny too, but like I recognize that this is paper trading, and so I could just YOLO everything, but I really want to trade this exactly as I actually do trade it, because I think that gives the best representation of what it is that I'm trying to do here. And the idea really is to train my brain to be able to do this in all environments. So 25 on that. I switched it from the 2 tick down to the 1 tick just because it looked kind of uncertain to me. It looked like it could bounce back up, so that's why I did it that way. All right, back into K. This is like 1, 2, 3, kind of like 3-minute pullback at the moment. So, we've been steadily getting more viewers, by the way. And Abhishad, I want to thank you so much, by the way, for being in the chat. Like all that stuff matters a lot to me. Just showing up here and just typing in the text and whatnot, that makes a difference. So I just want to first off say thank you for that. Second off, we've been getting a little bit more and more views here, and I wanted to show you this in case anybody's interested in starting their own live stream or starting their own YouTube channel or anything like that. If you're into digital entrepreneurship, for those who don't know, I ran a digital marketing agency for about 10 years or so, maybe a little less, like 8 years, before my accident that caused me to go blind for several years in a row, and before I had to walk away from that. So I do have a lot of experience in the digital marketing realm. We actually got more concurrent viewers right now than we normally have in the past. We're setting up $1,000 a day on the trade account, so we're up $1,000. But yeah, so if anybody is interested in starting a YouTube channel or an online business of any kind, actually got quite a bit of experience there. But I want to show you guys this, just as some inspiration. In the 10 days or so, or I think this is our 11th stream, we've been able to garner 1.2k views, 125 hours of watch time, and 8 new subscribers. So it's like 1,207 views in the last 28 days. I like showing you guys this for anybody who's interested in doing their own YouTube channel, or anybody who's interested in digital entrepreneurship or like social media branding or any of that type of stuff, just to kind of like just let you know how easy it actually can be. It doesn't have to be super hard. But let's jump back to the trades. So we're at a K right now. and I think we got an option here. All right, so we're up 1025. So we had this pullback. This is one thing that we were waiting for. Like I said, that resistance area was the one that I was looking at. It did hit it. 4125 was actually the area that I was targeting, although this bar here is marked at 23. I'm going to move it up to 25 because I think it'll just be a consistent zone of resistance. So take a quick long there. This might turn into like an ABCD pattern, but we are getting this. So we got this 1 minute candle to make that new high. This is an entry point like right here, and that's just because you had this bull flag kind of go up, and then you had this pullback here, and then you had this 1 minute candle that made that broke over these two wicks, and that's what gave us that run up. So that this pattern is super profitable. I use this all the time in trading stocks, trading crypto, and trading futures. So comes all the way up, hits that resistance level. We're getting this pullback, but you can see that the support here is actually kind of higher. Now this could turn into an ABCD pattern. It also could turn into a head and shoulders. If it turns into a head and shoulders pattern, then that's going to have us moving down towards the VWAP. If it turns into an ABCD pattern, then we're going to see it pull back to about here, this area. We'll see a little pop up to maybe like this area here, and then another pullback to here, slightly below, and then a rip up from there. So, one sec. For a sec. All right, sitting up 1050 on the day. Got plenty of viewers actually today. Really happy about that. I want to thank you guys for showing up. I really do appreciate you guys. For those who might be new here, we trade futures live every day, 7:30 Pacific time, 10:30 market time, and for every time that we're doing our trades, we're going through currently in paper trading, and our goal here is to get funded in a prop trading firm. We've done a couple of evaluations so far. We've had some failures, unfortunately. We've also had some really close shaves, like where we've gotten really close to actually getting funded. But we just kind of talk strategy. We talk how you can apply these strategies. I think I found probably the most beginner friendly trading strategy of futures that exists. And basically all I'm doing is just taking advantage of these micro movements in the marketplace. And just like that, we made $25, that little click of the button. So I think I literally have found the most beginner friendly strategy that exists in trading. I'm basically taking two contracts, one tick of the ES, and scalping momentum movements. So I'm essentially watching for momentum movements, micro momentum within each candle, and taking advantage of that movement within that candle. Sometimes I'm doing 2 or 3 trades on a single candle, but a lot of the times, you see we're up $1,100. A lot of times we're just taking advantage of the just whatever these little bounces are, or any sort of like this candle here. I think I traded this 3 or 4 times. So we're taking advantage of it anytime we see these types of rips, and even these types of dips. So we would like go short right here at this resistance level. Now, obviously, you could hold through all this and make way more. But to me, I'm of the mindset that you secure the bag. Get the thing that you're actually showed up for, and earn the profit. Then, if you want to take some swings after that, then go ahead. But I believe it's important to build up a cushion on the day. Went long here. I think that might have been a bad choice, especially because of all our indicators that are indicating downward movement. Um, Down at 975. Took a $125 loss on that one. Like it looks like it'll flip over. I mean, on the CCM here, it went red. We're getting close to downward crossover here. But the reason why it took long is I was trying to take this little scalp up to this direction, and probably was not the best decision, especially because it goes against my rules of trading against the trend. And while this is definitely not a downward trend, this section here is a downward trend. And so for me, I'd be looking for reversal, I guess, back towards the upside. Since we had a couple shorts in this area, but for the most part, okay, it took another 25, so we're back at a K. Kind of like just going back and forth in this like 1K area. Kind of annoying, honestly. Hey, a K a day ain't bad. A K a day keeps the bills away. Yeah, Daisao. Okay, I'm gonna back off. I'm clearly struggling to keep up with the momentum movement here, so I'm gonna back off. I'm up 850. This is really important, really crucial, because like I said yesterday, we were up $925, and then we just kept on trading. We over traded. We put ourselves in the hole, like $225, then worked our way back out of that hole. Yesterday worked like this. It was crazy due to all the choppiness. Before I started the stream, I took a couple trades off stream. We were negative $400. We worked ourselves into profit of $925. So that literally that covered out that whole 400 plus an additional 925. Then we continued to overtrade. We brought ourselves into the negative, back into the red, like $225. Then we worked ourselves out of that hole and brought it and ended ourselves positive. I think it was $400 on the day. So that really just got me thinking, like, hey, okay, number one, I need to be a bit more patient when it comes to my trading. Number two, when I'm having a difficult time interpreting the movement of these candles, and you can see like these candles that we lost here, like here and here, they have kind of larger wicks, and I was essentially trying to take advantage of the momentum before I really knew which direction the momentum is, especially if it's going red, green, and it's just alternating. That to me is actually pretty challenging. I like to see conviction behind it. Like this here was 3 red candles, so we had this one, and then this guy, which had a little up wick, but ultimately ended up pushing down from this open. So here was the open of that candle. It looks like it wicked up and then just fell back down. So like this would have been a nice one to short, but the reality of it is this is more of what I'm looking for, where you have this like 1 minute candle make a new high, rip up, and then hit resistance and pull back. So I'm looking for things that are a little bit more obvious, I guess you would say. And right now, to me, this is not obvious, even though I'm taking little micro scalps. It does look like it might switch back around. And when it does, I'll be there to take those trades. But for right now, I'm going to hang back. Our peak of the day is $1,100, and we're currently sitting up $850. So, yeah, and we got more viewers today than we normally do. So thanks so much, guys. Take the time, please like the video, please subscribe, please ring the bell, So we have 3 likes on the video. We've got a few more people here than that. I would really appreciate if you guys took a moment to like the video. It costs you nothing, but it does help the channel grow. So it does support this channel. I appreciate that stuff. Okay, so let's look at a little bit more obvious toward the downside. This does kind of look like it turned into Head and Shoulders. Could still pull out an ABCD, but I think it's Head and Shoulders at the moment. So quick short, up 875. Made 25 on that one. We're on our 1 tick game right now, which is it's more like slow money, but it's show money. So, and I definitely wouldn't call it slow money because I mean, where else can you go make $25 in like less than a minute? And a little bit of a push back up, bouncing off the 50. So if we break below this green line here, this 50 EMA, then I think that we're definitely going to go into a Head and Shoulders pattern and pull back to the view up. So this is kind of a crucial zone of whether or not it bounces. It would have to bounce off of this, I think. Now, obviously, I could be wrong, but I believe that it would have to bounce off of this and stay above this 50 in order to maintain this bullish momentum that it has at the moment. So, and it's kind of a longer pullback. Jump to the 5 minute. So we've been pulling back now for 5, 10, 15, and we're going on 20 minutes of pullback. Still, though, looking at this 5 minute chart, the TTM is still stacking upward. And on the 5 minute chart, we're a long way off from that 50 EMA. So a 5 minute candle to break over the last 5 minute candle would show some move upward, some momentum upward. We're still another 2 minutes left on this 5 minute candle here. So that's going to be a little bit. But I think if we do break out, it'll probably be around the 8:15 mark. We could also just continue to see this breakdown, but whatever direction it chooses, I think it'll choose it in about 2 minutes. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Hey, man, we're doing great. Especially, just the trades have been going really well. We're up 875. Glad to see you here, Clean Slate, also known as Pawn. Get another bounce at that 50. We've got 1, 2. This is our third bounce at that 50. It's looking pretty solid in terms of actually going upward from here. Probably should have taken that long off of that green candle. Got a little one anyway. Up 900. Where are we at on TTM? 6.9, 6.6. So TTM is still stacking in the right direction. It's not quite 8:15 yet. Another 20 seconds till we get that new 5 minute candle. Curious to see what this new 5 minute candle is going to look like, because we had this many red 5 minute candles in a row. But I guess that is followed by that many green 5 minute candles. But we'll see. Here's the new one. Open red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because our fifth one open red, and you can see on the CTM here on the 5 minute side. Excuse me. It's teetering between the bullish upward momentum and I should say not bearish, but downward-ish. The dark blue cooling off. That's normally how I put it. But if this candle ends green, I think we'll see that turnaround. And like I said, I think this is going to keep continuing to bounce off of that 50. I think I'd be open to taking a swing here at this point. Let's do plus 5 ticks. And looks like decent entry right there. So I'm looking for it to kind of like push up and test close to this 26 here. The area, I guess, that I'd be looking for is about the top of this wick here, which our sell is below. So be looking for about that. What is that? Like 41, 45, something like that. We are getting a complete turnaround, though, pull back off of that. I think I could have got a better entry just looking at this. Ooh. We are out. Oh my gosh. So it did break below that 50. Yikes. Look at that. Down 625 on the day. Right. Sorry. Up 625 on the day, but we're down from 1100. So we gave back almost half our profit. Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. If I hit a K, I should probably just call it. I tend to keep on trading, though, because, it's what this whole stream is about. Just made breakfast for you and the wife. That's awesome, man. That's such a great habit. Oh, by the way. HKD touched what did you say? $1,200 a share? What? No way. 182.50. This thing popped. Dude, that's crazy, man. Or 82.50. Wait a second. This is nuts. What? Oh my gosh. Dude, talk about the trade at like the century. This thing 5 days ago was like $20. 37.55 5 days ago. Look at that, dude. All the way up to $1,200. Wow. Dude, that's insanity. Let's pull out to the 10-day chart. Dude, look at that. A low of $15.32 to run all the way up to $1,185. Dude, what the actual F? That's nuts, dude. On a 10-day chart. Dude, that's crazy, man. 10 days at $15 a share? Oh my gosh, dude. What would happen if you just put in like, we'll call it $18 a share. If you just put in like $300, you got like 16 shares and sold out at like $1,100. What? Say minus 1,100 minus 18 times your 16 shares. You made 17 grand, man. Jeez. Dude, that's insanity. Where was I in this trade? Okay, so we're getting a turnaround here. That's the turnaround that I was actually expecting when we had that huge pullback. Wow. Okay. Probably just need to hang back. We're going on 50 minutes, usually around the time that we're so we're up 512.50 on the day, down from our $1,100 mark. So what have we learned? If I hit around a K, I should probably hang back for a while. Let Sorry, woke up kind of late today. Um, and essentially, if we hit around a grand, should probably let that subside a little bit. But as you guys well know, I've been trying to get funded in the futures market. I've been trading in an evaluation. I've had a couple of resets, which I'm not too happy about. But nonetheless, uh, we're still continuing to try. We're still continuing to push. And the funded program that we're using is Elite Trader Funding. Elite Trader Funding is super dope. There is a link in the description where you can use promo code JSBEST to actually get a pretty sizable discount off of all these packages here. They have informed me that it is the best price at the time, and at the time that they told me that, it was 35% off. But it does vary, so you'll always get whatever the best promotional code is. And here's the cool part, though. You'll get that discount for life. So you'll always get that discount off of your monthly on this one, but you can get funded all the way up to 300K. Me personally, I've been looking through these. I think the 50K is probably one of the best values out there in the market, because it does give you a max drawdown of $2,000 and a profit target of $3,000. So, and you can take up to 8 positions. What's cool about this is that basically, if you don't let your drawdown go below 2 grand, you're good. You'll still be, within your combine here. So, it, and then your goal is just to hit $3,000 over a 10-day trading period. So it's a minimum of 10 days. But what's also really cool about this is once you get funded, so this is when you're in the evaluation zone. In the evaluation zone, it stays at 2 grand, follows up with you. And that's your trailing drawdown. Okay. So you start out with 50. You can lose up 2 grand and you're still active in the account. And as you go up, it goes up with you. Now, once you're funded, though, this is super cool. Once you're funded, it's still that $2,000 loss limit. But as you go past it, once you hit this $50,100, so it's the 2 grand plus $100. So that's essentially all you need to do in profit. It just stays the same, stays where it's at as you continue to go up. So I think it's one thing that's really, really cool about this program that I've not seen in a lot of other places is that once you earn your account funding, the trailing drawdown just stays at the 2K below the $50,100. So I think it's probably one of the best ones out there, as well as one of the ones that I personally think is one of the best in terms of what you can actually do to work with it. There's also the static drawdown one. This is the one that I've been working on. And this one allows you a $625 drawdown with a $2,000 profit target, but funds you up to 100K. So the static evals are kind of cool because they don't have a max loss, or sorry, they don't have a drawdown that moves up with you. So I think that's one thing that's pretty cool about those. But if you guys want to work on earning funding in the futures market yourself, you can use the same strategies that I've been doing. As you guys have seen, sometimes I've had $1,800 days, and I believe that I've discovered the most beginner-friendly strategy that exists out there, which is just this that one tick of the ES, and having that one tick be worth that $25. So I'm using 2 contracts, dropping this to 1 tick, and all we have to do is determine the momentum of the candle, the direction of the candle, and there we go. We got our 25 bucks. So I believe it's probably one of the simplest strategies that exists out there in the trading world. And I think it's something that any beginner could take advantage of and actually start earning profit pretty quickly. So check out Elite Trader Funding, guys. There's a link in the description. You can use promo code JSBEST, that's JSBEST, to actually get a discount off all these, a lifetime discount, I might add, off of all these here. So definitely check that out, guys. Also, there's a couple other links in the description too that you guys can check out. One of them is Webull. Webull will actually give you 6 free stocks when you sign up for an account there, which, you know, sometimes they give out Amazon stocks or Google stocks, so it can actually be really profitable just to sign up with Webull. I originally just signed up with Webull, and I my own self was already up 40% in my whole portfolio just when I first signed up, just from the stocks that they gave me. So check them out. There's a link in the description. It does help out the channel, helps support my family, helps support all the growth and everything like that. So I appreciate those things. And lastly, if you guys want to get on our email list, currently we're just kind of sending out reminders of the stream, but we do also have other content coming soon there. Again, for those of you guys who don't know, I've been an entrepreneur for well over a decade. We're getting a huge rip on the ES. I'm going to trade through this. And we do share a lot of really useful information in terms of actually building a business online, or being an entrepreneur in any way. Everything from taxes to like ways to save a ton of money on your taxes, to philosophy, mindset, ways to profit on your social media, all different kinds of stuff. So get on that email mailing list, and we can actually start developing a communication there. So with all that said, guys, I want to thank every single person for coming out. I love and appreciate you. We got more viewers on this stream today than we have in a while. So thank you very much. Please like, please subscribe, ring the bell for the notifications. And I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Truly grateful that you're here. Truly grateful that you're showing up in the chat. And with that, guys, we will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time, right here, Trading Futures. And we will see you then. Much love. Peace.